You know that game that you play when you say black, I might say white, and you say cold, I might say hot? Well, when I heard this story of, or the theme of Metropolis, I thought, of course, New York City, with big skyscrapers and traffic and tunnels and people and Bronx and New York City. And that, to me, until recently, was my Metropolis. Now, my nephew just recently got engaged from a girl from New York. And I don't know really what region she was from, but I think it was the Bronx. And we kid with her. It's all good. We love her to death. We kind of call her our little Snooky. And she's short and jet black hair, and she's got the accent, and it's so cute. And recently, her family threw them an engagement party, an over-the-top engagement party. Now, I don't know if this was an Italian thing, which I am, but I was thinking it's more of a Metropolis, New York thing. So all of us Pennsylvanians drove 3 hours to New York, stayed for a couple hours, and drove 3 hours back. So because of this journey, only maybe 20 of us went. But about 80 of her family members and friends from this Metropolis flocked to this party. And so we're sitting there, and you see all these people from New York, and I say this with all due respect, with people with big hair and big purses and big heels. And, the guys had the shirts unbuttoned down to here with the chest hair and the chains. And there was a woman, she had it in her 70s, claw nails out to here, and every piece of jewelry she owned was on her body that night. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, we're going to have to really step it up for this wedding when it finally happens. But it was over the top wedding. There was a DJ and strobe lights, and people were dancing to Celebration, and there was toasts and first dances, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is a mini wedding. But then I found out, and there was a Tony Soprano in our midst who does that for a living. And I'm thinking, they really do exist. But then I found out that woman who was in her 70s, she's one of a triplet. And her two sisters were there celebrating this wonderful, joyous occasion, and they were having fun. And the bride-to-be's sister, the doctor said if you smoke one more cigarette, you could die. And so they were kind of dealing with that family illness. And one of the guys with, the chains and the chest hair, he hadn't talked to his father for years, and he was estranged from his father. And he was going to use this event to kind of talk to his dad for the first time. And he was out in the parking lot in tears before he even came into the building. And then my thought of Metropolis kind of changed. It wasn't necessarily the buildings and the skyscrapers and the people and the stereotypes and the congestion. My idea of Metropolis is all of us right here in this community together in this world. And we all have joyous occasions, and we all have family skeleton issues where we're estranged from somebody, and we all have deaths and divorce and happiness and hurts and feelings. And it doesn't matter where you live, where you're from, that my new idea of Metropolis is really just all of us kind of sharing those similar, not necessarily same, but similar kinds of experiences. So thank you.